You're this perp back with another video, and I just got out of watching Red One, and man, that was a rough watch. This is starring The Rock and Chris Evans, and you also have J.K. Simmons playing Santa Claus. And essentially, what ends up happening in this movie, if you haven't seen the trailer, I'd be surprised if you haven't. The story is just at a random time, it's right around like Christmas time, Santa Claus gets kidnapped, um and The Rock is the bodyguard, and it really shows you how shitty of a job that they do of protecting this guy. They make it so easy to kind of snatch him up. He gets snatched up by this witch. This witch wants to use his power to kind of punish everybody that's on the naughty list, and the person that kind of was the reason he got caught up in the first place, got kidnapped, is Chris Evans' character as Jack O'Malley. Jack O'Malley is a straight up asshole. He is pretty much shown to be a terrible person, even from the moment he was pretty much kind of introduced as a kid or like a teen. He'd go around just telling his friends like Santa Claus isn't real. He's just an asshole. He just continues to be an asshole all the way to present day, where we meet him. He's like snatching coffees, and he doesn't really give a shit about his kid. Even he does, but he doesn't really want to be his father. It's really weird, bro. He's a really not a likable character when you get introduced to him, but then he gets kind of thrown into the mix of trying to track down Santa Claus from the witch and her henchmen and stuff like that, her sons, and Krampus is in this. That's Santa Claus's brother. Just everything was pretty much shown in the trailer where this story was going to go. But that aside, this was one of the most painful movies to kind of sit through for about 2 hours and 8 minutes. This movie is super generic, and it just kind of blows my mind that it had a $250 million budget, when it really doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like a $50 or a $50 million budget movie, and that's where all the visual effects went to, and the other 200 went to like The Rock, his production company, and all this shit. And if this movie could have just went strictly to streaming, it just looks visually just disgusting, in my opinion. And a lot of the effects are just really just bad. The acting is just really generic. It's just very flat. They try to hit you in the feels and the heartstrings with Chris Evans' character as Jack and his relationship with his son. It just doesn't really make sense. And it's very poorly executed, where I understand where you have Santa Claus that actually exists in real life, and then you have these other things that kind of exist, like the Headless Horseman. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, but it's just all in a shitty ass movie where they tried to make this just a poorly put together action film, and I don't see this getting a sequel or multiple movies, because I think that was the plan originally for this movie. But man, it's really bad. It's really bad. One of the worst movies I've seen thus far. It's definitely meant for kids. I think kids will still like this movie, but overall, it's just not a good movie at all. If you did get any enjoyment out of this, let me know. What are your thoughts of it? This is just my quick thoughts. Poor visuals, poor story, poor characters, just bad, just all around movie, in my opinion. Yeah. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.